Welcome to my high maintenance beauty routine so I can be low maintenance throughout the months. First, I started off at OV Buckhead and got lip filler that ran me $7.50. That was my before, and this is my after. That shit hurts, so let anybody tell you different. I wouldn't totally recommend because I have a few lumps, but I am obsessed. Next is my favorite girl in the whole world, Strand by Strand ATL. This does run me about $2,400, but I do get color on my natural hair, color extensions, a keratin treatment, and 28-inch extensions. Go to Nail Bar Buckhead to get my feet and nails done once a month. This does run me about $185, and I did tip him $20 tip. Next is lashes. This is footage of me crying because I absolutely hated them, but we fixed them and I love them now. Those run me about $280 for a fill. It's my girl, India. I absolutely love her. In the city skincare, she gets me right every time. I get a full body wax, $165, and I tipped her $100 because she's been gone so long and I missed her, but she's back in the game. Next, I do a monthly massage from Woodhouse Spa. I love them. That brings us for a total of $4,075.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to get into the rants of why the beauty industry is so expensive. As you can see, this lady spent like $4,000 on her beauty regimen for the month, so we already know she's either an entrepreneur, a drug dealer, or a scammer. But for those of us who don't have monopoly money, let's get into some rants on why nails, lashes, and haircuts are so expensive.
It's not worth paying to me. First, we have braids more than $300. Go to the African aunties, you can get it done for $200. Next, we have nails every 2 weeks. Who are you going to that your nails are not lasting more than 2 weeks? Try Russian manicures instead. Next, we have lymphatic massages to replace exercise. You cannot replace exercise with these massages. You can do them simultaneously though. And next, we have waxes. Waxes are painful and expensive. Replace it with a laser. And then, for number 2, we have luxury skincare. La Roche-Posay and CeraVe are sold at any drugstore or grocery store and do a great job. And then get tretinoin prescribed from your dermatologist and you're good. And at the top of the pyramid, I have placed lashes.
Hi, can y'all girlies that get their hair done tell me if it's like normal to go to a salon and get your hair highlighted and then the salon's like, oh, you want it dried, you gotta pay for that. That's at least $40 more depending on who you see, but like you can dry it yourself if you want. And I'm like, I just paid you almost $300. This is crazy. I love my girl who does my color. I love her so much. It's a zero shade to her. This is not her salon. She doesn't own it. It's not her rules. But like, isn't that crazy though? Like as a stylist, wouldn't you want to see people's like color to make sure it turned out cute and how you wanted it? I don't know. Wild. Anyways, I guess I'll go like dry it. But I have to wait to dry it because I don't want to dry it when it's sopping wet. Like I legit look like I just got out of the pool. This is crazy. Anyways, bye.
I thought you was going to get your nails done. That's why I gave you my card.
I did get my nails done.
Okay, then why did I get an alert saying I was charged like over $100 then?
You're lucky it was only $100 because I got the basic. I got the basic gel polish pedicure and the dip powder manicure. No design.
$100 to get your nails done? And dip? What you mean dip? What they dipping your nails in? Gold? Or some diamond powder?
You're trying to be funny. And let me tell you something. If this is going to be a problem, then I'm going to dap. I'm going to dap for good because we're not going to do that. And with that being said, bye.
Nails have gotten so expensive. Like I've been getting my nails done for the past like, I don't know, 10 years, and just seeing the prices change, it's really crazy. Like I could imagine back in the day, you could ask your man for $50 and he give you 100 and you'll be able to get your nails done, your feet done, designs, everything all blinged out. But now you get $100 and it's like I can't do much for an event for those nails. Like these, I can't get birthday nails with $100. They're not gonna do my toes. And that's gonna be with the tip included, the booking fee. Like it is just a whole thing nowadays. It's like nowadays, if you get your man to pay for your nails, you might as well be asking him to pay for one of your bills because it's gonna be like $200. He might as well just pay for your car insurance. That would be the equivalent. It's like it kind of changes the dynamics because now it's more of a hassle. It's detrimental than just something for beauty. Like it just doesn't outweigh the benefits for a lot of people.
Try not to cry. Does my hair look phenomenal? Yes. Did I just spend almost my entire rent on my hair? Oh my god. Oh.
And admit you're in danger.
Who are you talking to right now?
Okay, I'm probably about to offend an entire community, but does anyone else think haircuts are kind of a scam? Like, they're so expensive. I've been cutting my own hair for over 5 years, and it looks fine. You can't tell the difference. Please don't comment that you can tell the difference. That'll hurt my feelings, but feel free to change my mind. Maybe if someone makes a good point, I'll book a professional next time, but until then, this looks fine.
We need to talk about the nail salons because they are getting so out of control. $25 for chrome. An extra $25 for chrome powder. Since when? I used to pay like $5, $10 extra. $25 this evening. On top of the $75 charge for the fill, I used to pay like $50 for a full set. $75 for a fill, plus the $25 for chrome, plus $40 for just a gel polish change on my toes, plus tip, $170 for my nails and toes.
Your client sends you this picture and asks how much it's going to cost. So let's get into this nail price breakdown. First things first, we're going to start dissecting the picture. First design I noticed is there's going to be 5 French tip in there. There's also 5 Aura nails in there. Next will be the 2 chrome and the 3 nails with the 3D lines. Then we have the 2 3D flowers, some of the foil flakes, and the 2 full bling down nails. Now we're going to get into the controversial part, which is my prices. The length is medium long, which I charge $60 for. The 5 French I would charge $15. The 5 Aura nails I would charge $15. The 2 chrome I would charge $5 for. The 3 3D lines I would charge $10. The 2 3D flowers I would charge $10. The foil flakes I would charge $1. And the 2 full bling I would charge $15.
Okay, how much do y'all think that set is worth? Do you think that's a fair price? Put down in the comments how much you pay on the regular when you get your nails done. Coming from me, right, I have a family of master cosmetologists, meaning they do the hair, the lashes, all this stuff, the nails. And a lot of these people are not licensed. They're not professionals. They don't have you in a state board approved suite that are up to health code. They don't know what they're doing with the chemicals. You know, you have a high risk of getting fungal infections and just being in their house. It's off the grid. It should be under the table. A lot of these people do not even have licenses, and they don't take that into consideration with their prices because the average customer isn't aware of the huge difference, you know?
I got sent these for a nail price breakdown, so let's get into it. Which is extra long, which I charge $75. French is $15. Ombre is $10. The 2 acrylic flowers are $10. The 1 acrylic flower would only be $5. Cuticle bling is $6. The 2 heart charms would be $6. Medium bling also $6. The 4 big bling would be $12. Now we're just going to add all that together. Some of your guys' prices are higher and some of your guys' prices are lower. My prices are my prices. And my chair's not even open to the public. I already got my list of clients. But anyways, the total for these would be $145.
Also, too, a lot of these beauty maintenance people, they do not have good customer service because they're not used to owning their own business. They don't really know the ins and outs of how to communicate with people. She said, "Oh, you think my prices are too high? Well, I already have all my clients anyway, so it's fine." That is not how business works. It is always a revolving door. You are not under contract with your clients. It is not a business agreement. They are free to walk. And if their finances change or if, they get laid off or just anything, they find somebody with a better deal, you are going to be SOL.
I've been waiting for the girls to talk about this. Why did you leave your lash tech, and why do lash techs feel like the lash industry is dying? And as somebody who is a former lash tech who does social media marketing now for people in the lash industry, here are my 2 cents. Every client you lost has said, "I cannot justify paying the price." And I feel like the first mistake that a lot of lash techs make is thinking that their only competitors is Susie down the block, okay? And it's not. It's DIY lash lasers. Let's be real. It's affordable, convenient, fast. Nobody's paying a squeeze-in fee. You do it on your own time, and sometimes it lasts just as long as people's lash retention. That is so hard to beat. I'm gonna take it a step further. In the beauty industry in total, not just lash techs, I feel like customer service experience is just not a thought. As in, you guys are all money hungry and it shows. And I get it, it's your source of income, this is your job, your career. This is also what you signed up for. Because it's not a necessity, it's a luxury. And don't even get me wrong, I'm all for being bad and bougie on a budget, but I'm also the same person that will come back if you give me a reason to come back. And if I don't come back, I will tell somebody to go to you. Everybody already been known that lash extensions is a luxury thing.
I just texted my lash girl and I told her that I'm not getting my lashes done anymore, and here are the reasons why. All of the lash girls that I ever met did amazing. I've only gone to at-home lash techs. They've always done an amazing job and I love the look of it, and honestly I would love to have them forever, but I feel like it's just not realistic. The biggest thing was the money. I simply cannot afford to spend at least $100 on a fill every 2 to 3 weeks. Aside from everything else that a girl pays to maintain themselves, I felt like that was the one thing that I could definitely say that I don't need to do. Second big reason was the time that it takes to get them done. My time is so valuable, and I just can't justify sitting in a bed for 3 hours for lashes.
Y'all can't convince me why I would pay $200 for lashes. $200 for lashes that's going to fall out starting 2 days after you get them done, that you're gonna have to go back for in 2 weeks. $200. Let me show you something. This is $75 refills. $75 refills. Her full set's not even $200, and she does amazing work. What are you talking about? $200?
The beauty industry has women's wallets in a chokehold. When you look good, you feel good. It's undeniable. But what if I told you that you could have more money and you would look better more of the time if you had the skills that you pay other people for? You can learn how to press on nails. You can learn how to install a wig. You can learn how to do your natural hair if that's what you choose to do. You can learn how to do your makeup. Now, if you just have money to blow, I am not talking to you. I'm talking to the girls who are struggling financially but don't want to give up their image or how they feel about themselves, because I get it. If you can spend 3 hours on TikTok every day, and I'm being generous, you can take 2 of those hours, sit down, watch a YouTube video, and figure out how to do these things for yourself. You can get paid for these skills. If you do it well enough, you can start doing it for other people. But not only are you broke, you're also lazy. And those two cannot coexist. I'm not saying that you need to be dolled up every single day, but especially as Black women, the world is always looking down on us. At least when we go outside, we can look dignified, like we care about ourselves, like we have some respect, some integrity. I understand things are difficult, but we have to get more resourceful.
I really liked her points. Honestly, a lot of this stuff is getting out of control and we need to just go back to the basics. I have actually never paid to get my hair done ever in life, but like I also said, I come from a family of cosmetologists. So I also know how to do a lot of stuff myself. Because I know how to do a lot of stuff myself and I've seen the business from the inside out, I really can see in, 4K, people are just getting robbed. And honestly, the only reason that it's gotten this far is because we're becoming addicted to it. We're used to it. We're getting accustomed to it. And now a lot of people think that some of these luxuries are necessities, especially with social media, because you never really see people on social media unless they have the hair, the nails, the lashes, the makeup, the face services, the lip fillers and everything.
Waxing is expensive. It can cost you up to $70 for legs and $80 for a Brazilian. And you're telling me this only lasts you 3 to 4 weeks? Let's say you only wax once a month. That's going to cost you $23,000 over your lifetime. Waxing is also painful. This IPL cost me $199, which is just a one-time cost. This device has about 1 million flushes. That's going to last you 30 years. Permanent and pain-free.
I just got my nails done for the first time in like 2 or 3 months at a shop, okay? At a shop. All I wanted was a manicure. I didn't even ask for a color. And they were like, oh, $35. And I was just like, okay, $35. That's a little expensive, but I'll do it. So she does my nails, and fine, she just cleans them up or whatever. And then I get my final bill back, and it's $42. And I'm like, why is it $42? You said it was $35. During doing my nails, she asked me if I wanted my nails buffed. And because I was going to get color, I was like, yeah, you can buff them. Because isn't buffing part of the manicure process anyway? The buffing of my nails was an extra $7. And this is why I don't go to the shops to get my nails done anymore.
Saw a video of a hairstylist coming on here talking about how she hasn't had as many clients this season as she is used to having. She kind of went on a rant, so it was kind of hard to follow. I was kind of mostly reading the comments, and a lot of people were trying to let her know, like, we can't afford to get our hair done at the prices that are expected these days. And I have to agree, like, my hairstylist, super reasonable, best hairstylist ever. I love her so much. But I've noticed, especially with, like, a lot of hairstylists coming and doing hair on TikTok, that the prices are a lot more than what I can afford, and a lot more than what most people in this economy can probably afford. I am all about, like, charge what you think that you deserve. If you think that your trim warrants like $200, then charge that. But you have to keep into account that not a lot of people can afford that. You're taking a risk on losing clientele and only having a select few people that can afford such a price. So for me, whenever I'm not a hairstylist, I do beauty services, I do facials, makeup, waxing, henna, etc. And when I was trying to determine how much I wanted to charge, of course I took into account how much products are and how much my time is worth and all of that. But the biggest reason I chose the prices that I did was because I wanted to take into account my demographic. I was just...
Riddle me this. So when you book a lash appointment, hair appointment, nail appointment, dentist appointment, doctor's appointment, It's normal for the person providing the service to text you, email you, DM you on Instagram to confirm your appointment, correct? Like, that's just the normal thing to do, am I right? So, pretty much, this girl that I booked to braid my hair cancels my appointment and charges me half of what my service was because I did not text her the day before letting her know I was still coming. Well, excuse the fuck out of me. So when does the client do the confirming? That don't make sense. What really made me mad is when I was trying to reach out to her because I genuinely did not know that I was supposed to be the one to send the confirmation text, because that's just not a normal thing. Nobody does that. Oh my God, like, I didn't know I was supposed to do that, but my appointment's in 2 hours. Could you please send me your address? Fast forward, she didn't want to send me her address. So I said, you know what, girl, it's fine. Just run me back my deposit and I'll find somebody else. This girl says, Danielle, your appointment has been canceled because you didn't text me yesterday and let me know you were still coming. And I've also charged your card 50% of your service.
If someone doesn't show up to their appointment, that's when you keep the deposit. You don't charge their card the full amount.
When I first started doing hair, I definitely believed that if you do a no call, no show, I'm charging that card 100%. It didn't take long for me to come to my senses. And now I feel like if you charge somebody's card 100% for doing a no call, no show, you are a thief. There's nothing else to be said, but I'm going to say more. In the very beginning of my career, I've only ever had to do this to somebody one time. She disputed it. As she should, because I would have did the same thing. And I want more people to understand this. Just because you put it in that policy does not make it legal. If you get sued, you cannot pull up your policy and say, well, it was in my policy and she agreed to it before she booked. If it's illegal, it's illegal. Girl, you are going to jail. Every state is different. Always make sure you check your state and not the next person's website to get your policy and copy and paste it. Because y'all are doing illegal things and don't even know it. I'm always just speaking from experience. You got to go through things to learn and do better. And that's what I'm doing. Reflecting and letting y'all know y'all are going to be in jail if you keep up the things that y'all are doing and trying to write it off. Well, that's just my policy. Well, we also have the law. You pick which one you want to abide by.
Coming from an HR professional myself, a lot of these women are not actually doing business practices. They don't know business etiquette. There's nobody to report them to. There's nobody that they are aware that they report to. They don't even consider their clients to be, people that they have to answer to. They just feel like they're a dictatorship and it is what it is. And overall, that causes for a negative experience when you have uneducated people operating in business. I hate this nuance of having to pre-schedule, pre-book, do a deposit. You get their address later on another date. You have to jump through all these hoops. Then when you get there, the parking is an issue. Like, I was late 10 minutes to a nail appointment because I went to the wrong house in her neighborhood and she had to come outside and guide me. She tried to charge me an extra $15 for that. Like, are you crazy? Obviously so. And for the women who stay with their lashes, their nails, their waxes, their lip fillers, their everything done, their new wigs, those women, they either one, they don't know the concept of money because they don't actually have to pay bills for whatever the reason, or they are in the industry themselves and doing everything themselves, or a lot of these women are just sex workers, y'all. That is such a broad term, and there's a lot of ways, okay, to earn your cointadas, and they're out here doing it. So, for the women, the everyday women, don't feel bad if you can't keep up with this. This is crazy.
Okay, I just got my nails done. They came out cute, but y'all tell me if I'm tripping. How much?
Oh, the way I ran to stitch this video. Shortened version is she went into a walk-in salon, got a set of Gel X nails with art on all 10 fingers, and is wondering if she overpaid. I cannot scream from the rooftops enough. Stop going to these salons. They're ripping you off and you're letting them. Gel X tips come already shaped and in different lengths, so you can just choose what you want. They charged her for the length that they didn't alter and the shape that they didn't create on those Gel X tips. That's such crap.
Whatever they need to do to sustain their lifestyle. I know it's hard for everybody right now. I'm just not going to be the person to do it. I cannot support my own lifestyle as well as yours. There's a difference between your personal value and market value. And I have decided I am not paying for services based on someone's personal value. I'm going to pay market value. If I really enjoy your work, I'll go above and beyond. I also live in the suburbs, and I noticed that a lot of stylists that bring their businesses to us, they actually take advantage of us Black women because they think they have the money to spend. And there's a difference between having the money to spend and knowing what the value of the product that you're buying is for. I ain't even gonna front, this is literally one of the main reasons why I've recently given up on individual stylists or stylists that just like work inside of a studio.
I feel better after this rant. At the end of the day, we're either going to still continue to pour money into it or we're not. I personally do the DIY cluster lashes. I'll get my nails done from time to time, but I can do my own fill-ins in between. That's another thing too. I do not like when nail techs are like, "Oh, I can't work over anybody else's work." Um, I get it within some parameters, but that should just not be an overall statement that you're not going to work over somebody else's stuff, because what you're doing is trying to manipulate me into being with you, staying with you, and adding me a part of your clientele. Not doing it. Not doing it. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. Get it off your chest. We're all here to just, vent because we're probably still going to go back to it. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.